friend. Good to see you today. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Networking Know How, our free live training every Wednesday to help you network more effectively and stress free, like we do in our down and dirty networking online community. Now, today, I'm sharing virtual networking tips that really work. Now, if this is your first time tuning in and we have not yet connected, I'm Laura Morlando, the Stress Commando, and I am the founder and CEO of Down and Dirty Networking. If you're watching live or on replay, please say hi in chat so I can acknowledge you and let me know where you're watching from. I love connecting with people from all over the globe. It's one of the things I love most about what I do. Now, first things first, I'm going to check to make sure we are live. You see, last week, so I'm going to check. Last week we went live and I did the whole live. I was trying to interact with everybody. And then I realized when I looked at the replay that the screen was black and there was no sound. Wah, wah. So I wasn't really sure what had happened. So I want to make sure that we are live, that everything's working, that you can see me. You can see me. Great. We are live. So clearly last week I wasn't meant to be seen and heard, but hey, that's what happens when technology works and when it doesn't. So, all right, so now we're all plugged in. Technology's working again. So let's dig into today's training. Now, make sure you're connecting in chat. Now that I know you can see me and you can hear me, connect in chat because this will make it a much more meaningful conversation. I want to hear from you, whether you're watching live or on replay. Let me know. Let's have a dialogue. I do respond to all of the comments, even on replay. So interact with me. This is a relational time, right? This is what we're doing. All right. So let's dig into the training. Now, if you're watching live or on replay, let me know in the chat, what type of virtual networking do you do? Is it events, one-to-ones, messages, or posts? Events, one-to-ones, messages, or posts. Let me know, what kind of virtual networking do you do? Let me know in the chat. Or maybe you do all of them. You can always say, D, all of the above. I do events, I do one-to-ones, I do message and post. Meaning you're not necessarily hosting networking events, but you attend all of those things. You engage virtually in networking activities like events, one-to-ones, messages, or posts. You're interacting with other people in their posts, right? All right, now today I'm going to give you my top 3 virtual networking tips that really work. Now that's the most important part. They actually work. Okay, so tip number 1, treat virtual networking like a meeting in person. Now show up prepared, free of distractions, and attentive by keeping your video on. Do not eat or walk around holding your camera or hold side conversations, even if you are muted. Showing up in this way appears you are not professional, that you're not engaged, and quite honestly, you're being rude. I have learned how you show up determines what shows up for you. So pretend that the camera is the person sitting across from you and be mindful how you are looking at them as you sit across from them, right? As a bonus tip, when sending a private message to connect on social media, smile while you're typing the message. Before you hit send, read it out loud and see if it feels like something you would say in person, or better yet, send them a voice message smiling and so that they can hear your energy. Yes, platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn have the ability for you to send audio messages. Now, the key to sound like you is to make sure it's you, that you're being authentic. So keep it authentic. Don't worry about being scripted or what to say. Just be you. Everyone wants to connect with real human beings, the real you, not a robot, the real you. All right. So that leads me to tip number 2. Number 2, engage in relational networking. Now, I'm not talking about the default setting of traditional or transactional networking focused on exchanging leads, sales, referrals, and job offers. I'm talking about engaging in relational networking by having meaningful conversations to learn from someone and about someone to build authentic and lasting relationships. When you do this, you are leaving space for having two-way conversations instead of a one-way conversation of selling and telling, typical in traditional networking. Now, this is true if you are in virtual events, a virtual one-to-one connection call, or doing social media reach outs by direct message. Tip number 3, provide value. This is a key foundation of relational networking. This means providing thoughtful comments on social media posts or during online shows, or providing acknowledgement or encouragement, or sharing a resource, tool, opportunity, or idea that will make a project for someone easier that they might be working on. Now, earlier today, I had a wonderful connection call with someone I met on LinkedIn. We connected in June of last year, and I resonated with the content she was producing and the energy she was putting out into the world. So I started watching her live show and interacting with it consistently. And now we are exploring ways to support and work with one another. Why? Because I provided value by showing up to her live show as if I was sitting in person in the audience, curious to learn from her and about her. So, your action steps. Number one, treat virtual networking like meeting in person and show up powerfully and prepared. Number two, engage in relational networking open to two-way conversations to learn from someone and about someone to build authentic and lasting relationships. And number three, provide value. When you do all three of these, I promise you, your reputational capital will soar. You will actually enjoy networking, and it will be so much more effective too. If you don't believe me, stay tuned for our YouTube video dropping this Friday, where I share some insider facts about the effectiveness of virtual networking and how to do it in as little as 5 minutes per week. So stay tuned for that YouTube video to drop on Friday. All right, networker, I hope this was helpful. If so, let me know in the comments, give us a thumbs up, or tag a friend that could use this tip today. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tips and videos, and plan to tune in every Wednesday afternoon between 3:30 and 5:30 Central to join me for another live networking know-how. All right, see you next time, and until then, happy networking.